Hi, I'm Colin and welcome to How to Paint Watercolors. So if you're ready, we'll get started and we'll paint this one. Hello everyone and welcome to Painting Watercolors with me, Colin. I'm leaving a thin film of water and I've added some masking fluid to the areas that I want to keep clean, and the water is just here to help manoeuvre the paint round on the paper. Give you a quick rundown of the colours. We have raw umber, raw sienna, cobalt violet, cobalt blue, Payne's grey, French ultramarine and viridian. That will get started. I'm going to mix up a thin wash of cobalt blue, and into this I'm just going to add a little bit of cobalt violet and a tiny touch of Payne's grey just to dull it slightly. But mainly very, very thin. Just leaving patches in the sky open. Could be clouds. So again, taking more of the cobalt violet, Payne's grey. I just want to drop a little bit of this in, just going to create some movement in the sky. Bring it dark around the outside edge of this sail. Just to help it stand out when the colour dries and the white starts to stand out. I'm going to bring some in the bottom along here. I want to drop a tiny bit of viridian green in here. We will be strengthening the seal. And I want to take just a bit of a tissue and I want to roll this in the raggedy edge and just create some movement in the sky, clouds. Just roll in it. And then I'm going to leave that to dry. Now your sky's nice and dry. I'm just going to add some water to certain areas of this sail. I want to put some shading in here. I'm going to take some raw umber and some cobalt violet. Just make a browny, pinky, purpley colour, and we'll put that in first. I don't want this to be very strong. I want this to be a light and airy picture. It's quite pale down here. I'm just going to take a little bit of a damp brush and just soften this in. Darkening one or two places, just adding little touches of it in. So we have a sheet that's folded. Once again, just blending it in. Just little smatterings of it before we put the next colours on. Don't make this too strong. It's cobalt violet and raw umber, just giving the sail a little shape. Becomes very difficult to see sometimes with these photographs, but we'll try and do our best with it. It's almost like a stain, and maybe just come down to the bolt I'm going to give this a little coat of cobalt blue at first, paler than that. Some of the cobalt blue moving there with the Payne's grey, almost making a blue black. And I'm just blending it together. Cobalt blue and Payne's grey. Straightforward Payne's grey. And then I'm just going to let this dry. Now that that part's dry, I'm just going to re-wet this again. The reason why I keep re-wetting it is to ensure that I get the softest transition that I possibly can. I'm going to add some manganese violet into that, which is the Payne's grey and the cobalt blue, and I'm a little tiny bit of water up there just to make it really watery. And I can start to, so even that could possibly be a little strong. So with the water, really I'm going to thin it down and just pull it. They're just shadows in the sails, allowing some of the other colour to show through. Hope you can see that. Strengthen it and then just pull it. There's a fold line in here, it needs to be a little darker. Colour on this again. I'm putting some curls and you see the shape I'm causing with the brush. Clean water on my brush. Just begin to soften this in. Just dropping it in very gently. Again, just softening it into position. Just take some of the other colour. Just drop this right on the edge of this sail. A little bit under there. Re-wet this whole sail here. Just dropping this a little bit stronger and along here now. As you can see, when it starts to dry you can add a little more colour. Remember, it will dry lighter. This is a £140 Bockingford watercolour paper I'm using, extra rough. If we've got any new viewers, welcome. I hope you enjoy this. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. All comments are welcome. Some water on this, I don't want any hard edges if I can get away with it at the moment. I think we can come back to this one now that the rest of the other sails have dried a little. Take some of the colour along this shadow edge. Again, just softening it in. Tiny bits of the browny pink. Just beginning to add some deeper shading in. And then I'm going to let that dry. I'm just going to take some of the raw umber and just drop it in there with the rest of the colours to make a reasonable dark, and we'll attempt to put these masts in, being as careful as I can, as my hand is not as steady as it used to be, so I hope you won't mind. Try to tidy it up. I'll take some Payne's grey and I'm just going to drop this in, just so the mast isn't all one colour. Prow in. Just dropping a little Payne's grey in. Just a little bit of a dark bit here. A little bit of darker shading on here. Rope lines. Little bits of blocks and tackles and all sorts, quite sure. Softening all the time. Take some water when I re-wet the sea as we begin to strengthen it up. Flat brush, taking some of the Radiant green. For now, bringing some cobalt blue. Some of the violet, some Payne's grey with that. Just some Payne's grey along the bottom. Then I'm just going to allow that to dry. I'm just going to take some of the, what's left of the cobalt violets with some of the cobalt blue and some of the Payne's grey. That looks to colour. I don't want to take my flat brush. Just bring in a few waves. Soften off the bottoms with a damp brush, and then when it's dry we can put some crests on some of these, softening them out to nothing. Then I'm going to let that dry. Now that's nice and dry, I'm just going to take some titanium white paint, which is my Jelly Mission Gold white paint. It's really good for this. Covers really well. Add some round the boat. Don't get too carried away. Just dragging it along the back just to add some sparkle. Almost a dry brush. I think we could whack a few seagulls in. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, and please feel free to leave a comment. This is where you get down to signing it, mounting it and framing it. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.